Hello everyone, my name is James Warren, and this is my speech on how to change a tire for my Communication 101, and I'm in Anderson, Indiana. To start with, first thing is safety. If you're on the highway, it's the worst case scenario, having a blowout. So as you're filming the blowout, you want to release the gas pedal. Keep your hands firmly on the wheel until you slow down. If you have a chance, try to get to the right so you get to the shoulder. And if you can at all possible, try to get up the ramp to where you can keep away from the cars on the highway. They'll be speeding by and they were not going to slow down. And after you get over on the shoulder to where you're in a safe place, you got a couple options you can do. If you have a cell phone, you can call for help if you have AAA, or some people have insurance through their cell phone company that you can have AAA or some other company come out, change the tire for you. If you are not lucky enough to have one of these, you'll have to get out and do this yourself. So you want to make sure you're in a safe enough place to do that, or wait for somebody to come and help you. So the first thing you would want to do is get in your trunk, make sure your spare tire is aired up before you start, or you're doing it for nothing, you're going to do it for nothing. So, and also make sure you have all the tools to do this. First thing you will need is a tire iron, tire wrench, which will take your lug nuts off, and if you have hubcaps, usually have a flat spot on the end where you can pop off the hubcap from the wheel. So make sure you have that. That's the first thing. Another thing you will need is a jack to jack the car up with, and also some blocks. You should have some kind of blocks in your car, or you might get something off the side of the road or something, and put underneath your tire so it don't roll on you when you try to jack it up. So the first thing you want to do is, if it's your front tire, you want to come about a foot back from the front tire underneath the car. If it's the back, you come about a foot forward underneath one of the doors, and it'll be the wide bit. When you look under the car, it's the wider part of the frame is where you want to put your jack, and go ahead and start rolling it up to where it starts lifting just a little bit. You want most of the weight still to be on the tire, so you can unloosen your lug nuts first. After you loosen up your lug nuts, don't take them all the way off yet, and you want to jack the car the rest of the way up so the wheel will be all the way off the ground. After you do this, then you want to take all the, after you get it all jacked up enough, you want to go ahead and take all the nuts off, and go ahead and take your tire off, and put your new one on, and tighten the lug nuts back on. And after you do that, you'll want to let the car down a little bit, just so it's just touching the ground, enough weight to where you can tighten your tires. And then after you tighten your rim back on the car, then you will go ahead and lower your jack the rest of the way to the ground. And then after you lower the rest of the way to the ground, make sure it's still up enough. Go ahead and get all your tools together, and you'll put them back in your trunk, and you'll put your old tire back in the trunk also. Then from that point, you want to drive your car, and if it's just a regular donut spare is what they call it. If it's just a donut, you can only drive about 20 to 30 miles on them. They just won't they're not made to last long, just to get you to a place where you can get that serviced. So you want to get that, as soon as you get done. If you can't get a new one of them, you'll have to replace your tire with a new one. And then from that point, just make sure that you have everything you need, and make precautions for if this ever happens to you again, or actually before this happens, you want to make your precautions. Make sure you have all the tools. Make sure that your spare is aired up to the right, the right air, and after this would happen, you want to go get your tires checked. They'll check them all. They don't ever charge to do anything like that. That way, before you get on a highway, if you're going on a trip, they can take care of this for you and make sure you're going to have a safe ride. And hopefully it never happens to you on the highway. If it does, hopefully I've helped you with this to where you'll be ready. So, in closing, I'd like to thank everybody for coming out and listening, and hopefully it's helped you a little bit. And happy driving and be safe. Thank you very much.